Good afternoon, welcome to the Midday Mull for Monday the 26th of April. I've just got back from a wonderful 2-week break. We went to the Northern Cape and spent a little bit of time in the Richtersveld National Park, a mountain desert landscape. Very, very interesting. We're heading down to the Orange River to a campsite there, and to get there they take you down the valleys because that's the only flat path that you can go. So you're driving along the sandy bottom with these mountains on either side. The mountains are covered in rocks of various sizes, and every now and again there's a bush. But as we headed down the sandy valley of the mountains, we came to a place where it seemed like there's a wet patch on the ground, and then there were a few bits of grass, and then it seemed to get a little more lush, and then there was a tree, and next thing we came to a place where the canyon got quite narrow, and there was a stream flowing, and a tiny little waterfall and pools of water and green grass and reeds around it and birds, and it was this patch of life. And you drive on a little bit and the stream flows and eventually disappears into the sand again, and you're back to the barren landscape. And as I looked at that, I thought what it must be like to be a shepherd in the area. Now there are shepherds looking after goats, and it made me think of the Middle East, where a lot of the landscape is also barren and arid. And thinking of the importance of the shepherd to know where those little patches are where there's water. And he can lead the sheep through the barrenness to find that spot. And there they can have water. And that's why we have the Lord as our shepherd. It was preached about in church yesterday. Jeanette spoke about it in the online service. And today I was reading Psalm 37, part of McShane's readings. And he says, in verse 3 of Psalm 37, "Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture." And I was just thinking, if we're trusting in God, he will lead us to those little places. And when our lives will seem completely barren, like there's nothing other than rocks, big rocks and little rocks and sand, suddenly we'll come to a place where there'll be a little stream and green grass and green trees and life. And he will sustain us. Even if we need to move on from there back into the barrenness, we can trust him that being the good shepherd, he knows where the water is, and he will lead us from water point to water point through the barren land. And for me, that's an encouragement. So if you're in a barren place at the moment, know that the good shepherd knows where the water is, and he has us covered. We can trust him, and he will always look after us. Know that and be encouraged.